What is up, YouTube? This is Rachel here with Ray Race Tech, and I'm going to do a quick unboxing and first look at the BLU Advance 4.0. Stay tuned. For those of you guys who this is your first time on my channel, I want to say welcome. If you guys also haven't heard of BLU, I'm going to give you guys a quick background on the products that they make. BLU is a company that's based in Miami, Florida, and they make cheap, high-end smartphones, in my opinion. I say that BLU is always for that person who's maybe in contract or on prepaid, who's damaged their high-end phone, maybe a Galaxy, maybe an iPhone. They just need a smartphone to get by. Take a look at BLU. Very affordable, comes with a year warranty for malfunctions and stuff like that, so definitely a great option. I also think that BLU is a good option for somebody who has a kid, who wants a smartphone, but they're kind of young. You don't want to spend, hundreds and hundreds of dollars adding them to your contract. This is their first smartphone. You just want to test out the waters with them. Maybe try out the smartphone realm with BLU. Get your child one of these BLU products. This one in front of you guys is $100, so definitely affordable. And it's a great starter phone, or just for, somebody who just needs something simple. BLU is a good option in that market, I guess you could say. And also, I think that BLU is a great option for somebody who is coming from contract to prepaid, and they did not know that in prepaid you have to usually pay the unsubsidized price for a device. So I like to push BLU onto people like that too, so when they're switching, most people in their mindset are okay with spending about $200. $200, they will spend that money to get a smartphone. Usually that's what they're used to with contracts. So when coming to prepaid and they see, if they want a Galaxy, Galaxies are $500, $600, $700 off contract, take a look at BLU. These phones run stock Android, Jelly Bean, good devices. So I always tell people who are switching over to the prepaid side, take a look at BLU. This is a great phone, and you're not on contract with it. So if you don't like it later on, maybe you could use that money to save up and buy something nicer. Now that I got my rant out of the way, let's go ahead and do this quick unboxing. For those of you guys who this is your first time also seeing the unboxing, BLU is pretty generous with the stuff that they give you. Again, for a phone that cost $100, you're definitely getting a great deal and a great bargain with all that comes with it. So here's the device. We will set this off to the side and deal with that in a second here. Take out that cradle. This is this plastic piece was holding the device. Here is the battery. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well. Here's the adapter for charging, the cable that goes with that. You also get a pair of BLU's, they call them premium earbuds. I wouldn't say they're the best earbuds out there, but they're definitely, they come with a friend, so it's something you don't have to worry about buying. And, if you're just going to the gym and stuff like that, then this is a good option. They're in-ear earbuds, so they're not too bad. They're not the best, but they're not too bad. Get a manual here, user's manual. And here's why I think that BLU's super generous. They know that their products are new, and there's not a lot of otter boxes or ballistic cases or stuff that we all know. So BLU went ahead and made sure that everybody who buys one of their products gets a free case. Now this is a silicone, kind of gummy, soft case, so it's not the most protective thing out there, but then again, it's free. And if you're not somebody who likes pouches and stuff like that, then you may want to enjoy the fact that BLU gives out free cases with their products. They also give you a free screen protector, which is also very cool. Now that we got the desk all cleaned up and some important numbers hidden over here under my thumb, I'm going to go ahead and talk about one of the coolest things I think that BLU does with their products, and it's the fact that all phones that they produce are dual SIM card capable. So what that means is you can have 2 SIM cards in there at the same time and switch back and forth. So that's cool. I always tell customers who are coming in here and buying a phone from us, I always say, that means if you're going overseas, maybe you're on a cruise or something like that, and you need to make a phone call, instead of using your American SIM card and getting charged insane overages, maybe buy a cheap SIM card and just some really low-end plan overseas so you can still make calls and text your loved ones. Or if you really love prepaid, you could just have 2 prepaid accounts and switch from back and forth if that's something that you'd like to do. Now that we got the phone all put together, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the external capabilities of this device. The first thing being that this thing is kind of a fingerprint magnet. It's very glossy, and It's got kind of like these grid designs embedded into the plastic. It looks very, very similar to like an S4 Note series phone from Samsung, some of their newer products. If you guys have seen those and kind of seen that grid design, that's not something that you can feel, but it's something that's within the plastic. That's the kind of look that BLU is also going for with their series as well. So it actually looks pretty good. The only thing that I really don't like about it is it's a definite fingerprint magnet. I feel like I'm always kind of just trying to clean off my fingerprints off the device, so that's something to keep in mind if you're someone who's a little bit, OCD as I am with my devices and having fingerprints all over them. Continuing on, let's start on the left-hand side. We got a volume rocker up here towards the top of the left-hand side of the device. Little microphone cutout here at the bottom. Power button on the top right-hand side. Up here at the top, we got a 3.5mm headphone jack with a micro USB charging port. On the back, we've got a 5.0 megapixel camera that shoots 720p high definition, so pretty decent, with a single LED flash. And we got a little speaker cut out as well. Front-facing VGA camera up here at the top, so nothing too crazy. You got 3 capacitive buttons built into the screen as well. And then we got the Advance 4.0 all powered up. I'm going to go ahead and finish up with these specs. This phone's got a 480 by 800 screen resolution, so it's not high definition, crisp, super amazing screen, but it actually is pretty decent for the product that is only $100 off contract. It's got a dual core 1.3 gigahertz processor underneath the hood, so this phone's actually got a decent amount of power running it. It supports 4G HSPA+, so I always say that's great because in the market of prepaid, there's not a lot of companies out there that offer LTE, so HSPA+ is definitely fine for a device like this. And it's also running 4.2 Jelly Bean. So let me go ahead and finish setting this up so we can go ahead and get that first look. Now we're on and ready to rock and roll. And as you guys can see, not a lot of lag with this. It's just a stock Android. Most people would call it a vanilla experience. I definitely agree with that. So if you are somebody who just likes a phone just to be straight up Android, no gimmicks, no junk, no unwanted extras, BLU, again, satisfies in that department, just giving you the stock Android experience. Let's go ahead and go into the menu system here. Scroll down, I'll show you guys how it's running 4.2. Jelly Bean, like we spoke about before. So definitely pretty impressive on a device like this. Let's go ahead and also see how much storage comes with the Advance. I know it's advertised on their website as 4 gigabytes, but after some of that stock stuff that's put on there, how much is left for you? And sadly, it's only about 1.2 gigabytes of storage left. So you guys definitely want to probably go out and invest in a micro SD card as well, so you're not running out of memory or anything like that. If you guys remember how I was talking about before, how this phone is able to run 2 SIM cards at the same time, this is where you can really manage that and switch between slot 1 and slot 2. So up here in the settings at the top. Let's go ahead and check out the keyboard here on the Advance. I'm going to be honest, little disclaimer here. I am an iPhone user. That's my daily driver phone. So I'm not too used to the Android keyboard, so I'm going to go ahead and try to do my best on this typing test here. So I'm just going to do some basic sentences and see how the keyboard keeps up, if there's any lag or anything like that. Interesting experience I just had with this typing test here. To be honest, I felt like I was always being restricted. Like I couldn't, I guess by some standards I'm a speed texter, I guess you could say, so I could type out stuff really quick. And I just feel like I was being lagged and held back. And it really wasn't because of the autocorrect function or anything like that. I felt like it was because the phone just couldn't keep up with the speeds and it couldn't keep up with the multiple tabs at the same time. So basically, if you're a speed texter or anything like that, you may want to adjust your texting style to adapt to the phone, because there's definitely a little bit of a learning curve in terms of, the lag and the autocorrect function as well. Finishing up here with the first looks, let's go ahead and look through some of these photos from the gallery like I promised you that I would, to kind of show the screen and the resolution and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and scroll through here. Like I said before, 480 by 800 resolution here on the BLU Advance. So, pictures aren't amazingly crisp or anything like that, but the screen is still a good screen. I mean, for the basic functions that most people use their smartphone for, you won't really tell a difference. Really, where you're going to tell the difference the most is when you're looking at fine print text. You may see stuff that's a little bit pixelated the closer you zoom in. So if you're someone who likes to read books on your phone and pixelated text kind of bothers you, that may be something to keep in mind. So all in all, this is a pretty good standard first look at the BLU Advance here. So if you guys want, in the comments, go ahead and let me know if you guys want to see a more in-depth review, and I can definitely go ahead and do that for you. But until then, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the BLU Advance 4.0. Comes in black and white and is awesome. So, with that being said, thank you guys again for watching and have a great day. See ya.